After 25 years designing the true metaverse, it's my responsibility to answer your questions.
John asks, so what is the metaverse?
The metaverse is basically a shared, seamless, limitless virtual universe and more.
Nick asks, is the metaverse overhyped?
The metaverse is often mishyped. The metaverse truly is the best possible future for humanity, but it's just not the thing that is currently being hyped up. If it takes too long to materialize, we can predict the next big thing won't want to be associated with the word metaverse. We're the schmitaverse, not that old stuff. Totally different.
Alex asks, what problem is the metaverse trying to solve?
What problem do hands solve? Hands don't themselves solve a problem. Instead, they empower you to solve problems. The metaverse will give you every superpower, and then empowered, you will solve the problems. Travel, teleporting, facing, super speed body, shape-shifting, immortality, beauty, space-worthy, cloning, mind, omniscience, searching, perfect recall, communication, omnilingual, mute, safety, fill 2, telepathy, vision, X-ray vision, zoom vision, night vision, creation, genesis, magic, telekinesis, omnipotence.
Tim asks, is the metaverse just a video game?
Operating systems include games, but instead of buying and downloading them in the metaverse, you can seamlessly travel to the planet the game is occurring on. But it also includes your real life, because Earth is in the metaverse too. You could start by organizing your virtual house, so you never misplace a thing again. Or travel to work virtually so you don't have to run to your car in the snow. Or tie up loose ends with mind-mapped conversations pinned to your friend for later.
Ren asks, is the metaverse just a 3D chat room?
That's like saying the universe is just a chat room. The metaverse is virtually everything. But sure, in the universe you can meet people and hang out too.
Mattie asks, is the metaverse Web 3?
Web 3 already has a definition, and that doesn't include the metaverse. But places in the metaverse will obsolete places like websites. Instead of Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Netflix, Discord, you will have one feed. Curated, filtered, and formatted by you, and those companies will just be servers that store the content invisibly.
James asks, is the metaverse the next Internet of Things?
Originally, specialized developers would develop specialized connections for specialized things. This overly constrained how connected the things could get. Principally, the metaverse could allow anyone to develop general-purpose connections for anything. This is thanks to a new programming interface that unlocks everyone as a developer.
Jordan asks, what does the metaverse have to do with NFT?
Essentially nothing. In the future files of life, sure, you could use persistent chains for history storage. But the metaverse is just a room, and scammers like to scheme in any room. NFT only have value if people believe they do, so the reason people are associating NFTs to the metaverse is to ride its hype and increase the value of the NFT they have. It's just selfishness.
Chad asks, is the metaverse just like a Smash Brothers mashup of franchises and intellectual properties?
Principally, the metaverse is a seamless universe. Until now, companies invented seams between things like characters. If you even draw Mario on your homework, Nintendo wants to sue you and steal your homework. The metaverse conversation thankfully has started opening minds to the multiplying potential of cooperation and sharing IPs. But make no mistake, this imported content is only a fraction of a % of the metaverse when compared with content invented by the users in the metaverse and the endless applications of the metaverse. But as a bonus, this same conversation also led to the conception of new AI implementation that lets props adapt to novel environments, so you could use a Fix-It Felix hammer to repair an Iron Man suit, for example. Such an automated Scribbler notes format could be a great tool.
David asks, who is in charge of the metaverse?
Instead of a big corporation or powerful governments controlling what you do in your country, you are the president of your metaverse experience. Instead of Zuckerburg bossing people around, you choose how other people's actions can affect you with the use of filters.
García asks, Why would the companies or governments give up power of our lives willingly?
While decentralized rendering is too slow for a principles metaverse, certified decentralized server mirrors is a hybrid solution which allows for independent services to compete and be chosen from. Black box encryption could prevent a government from accessing back-end files. End-to-end encrypted VPNs could prevent ISPs from blocking metaverse traffic. Upscaling tech and hybrid compositing could shut through throttled connections. And releasing an open-source server could prevent an emergency from harming the metaverse. At the end of the day, the metaverse will be worth protecting. Virtual life will find a way.
Kyle asks, will I own land and stuff in the metaverse?
No, but yes. If everyone owns everything, does anyone own anything? If I have a rocket in the metaverse, it is in a shared list of objects, so everyone can own it by making a copy from the list into their hands. If someone is building on a planet that you want to use, just use filters to hide their stuff from your perspective, and anyone who uses the same filters can see what you do. Principally, we must protect our metaverse from artificial scarcity. Copyright and intellectual property should not apply to numbers.
Andy asks, how can I make money in the metaverse?
While it doesn't make sense to monetize things in a world of thing abundance, your lifetime is still scarce and you can trade that value. People can pay you for your service. They could pay you to create something, and once it exists, everyone benefits. You could set up subscription where patrons who pay you to do your thing, and they not only get your fruits but shared credit. You could crowdsource by pitching your plan and they could invest per project. Serving humanity is a great use of your time and worth trading for your roof and meals.
Thomas asks, I was wondering how you enter the metaverse.
The metaverse is a place. Any device capable of game streaming could stream this like a game. Do you have access to a watch, a phone, laptop, VR, with an internet connection? Sign up online, verify your identity, choose a service, and use a streaming app.
Laura asks, will we live our whole lives in VR headsets?
The metaverse is a virtual reality, but don't confuse this with VR headsets. Headsets are just one of many ways to see the metaverse. You could use a phone, or laptop, or even plasma holograms one day. It's an operating system that connects all the devices to the same shared virtual world. It's an interface that connects that world to ours. What device you use is up to you. Each has pros and cons depending on the project, and over time those will converge, so it matters less and less.
Mattie asks, is the metaverse dangerous?
Is the universe dangerous? Is a tool dangerous? Possibly, but the metaverse is actually the safest place in the universe. Lock your doors and don't wear a haptic suit, and you don't have to feel anything that happens to your avatar as you learn to fly. You don't have to hear or see anything you are not prepared to consume. With real-time filters, replace disgusting language with flowers, or replace blood with candy, or completely hide an inappropriate type of object, immature person, or scary planets. With filters, you are in charge of what you experience. Anytime you are in danger, pull your ripcord hotkey and escape to your sanctuary. You are safer in the metaverse than outside it.
Shorts asks, isn't this impossible?
With all the graphical cheating in game development, you might think so, but no, it's possible today with our current level of technology. We can now render 10 billion polygons on screen in real time, seamless asset RAM streaming, and we had 190,541 people per classical multiplayer server. The last vital piece was game streaming to remove the limitations of the user's device. Everything else is icing on the cake, improving editing tools, and intuitive visual programming, bringing all the pieces together.
Theo asks, hasn't this already been done?
I keep a database of these proof of concepts like Second Life, Red Room, Dreams. We can learn from them as we implement the true metaverse. While we were waiting for key streaming tech to be developed, we've already started aiming that direction. The terabytes of shapes can't be downloaded fast enough to stream a world as you fly around, so they've tried limiting the world size, amount of objects, or polygons, or the types of objects or palettes, or the changes you can make, or the precisions that's stored, or baking the lighting, animation, and collision meshes. Streaming lets us store the limitless shapes remotely and only stream the rendered images. This is only just now possible.
Cook asks, is the Metaverse owned by Meta Facebook Mark Zuckerberg?
Mark Zuckerberg. No. The Metaverse doesn't exist and so nobody owns it. Mark has tried to win the competition by buying the word in the minds of the culture. Mark is innovating on some hardware and software parts, but he is incapable of creating the whole Metaverse for multiple reasons. Lacking trust, lacking shareholder autonomy, wasting resources, and lacking full vision. Many other companies are going crazy for the bait Mark threw into the industry, but nearly all of them also have no idea what the Metaverse is. They just want the money they've been teased. This has also ruined the term Metaverse for the rest of us, and investors are becoming confused.
Ryan asks, who is working on the Metaverse?
While some companies like Apple won't use the word Metaverse because of the baggage, and even though most don't have a clear vision of the Metaverse like you do now, everyone and their mom is making the Metaverse, or more accurately they are developing the critical pieces, tools, infrastructure, and running the early tests for us to build on later. Companies like Google invested $39 million, Meta $36 billion, Microsoft $70 billion, Epic $2 billion. They've made bold attempts like Rec Room, VR Chat, Roblox, Second Life, Horizon. But there are so many. I made a spreadsheet for decades. I've also been developing the Metaverse ideal tools and fundamental principles. I call it the cooperating system because I think the magic happens when we interface cooperation between computers and people.
Why does the Metaverse matter?
The three factors that will make the biggest world changes in the future are longevity. So many companies are working to cure aging. AGI, the AI that will make an abundance-based freedom economy possible. And the Metaverse, the virtual space worth living.